Okay. Yeah, Coach. Coming off of Saturday, just what have you seen from the response and the team, and talk a little bit about where the team's at right now.
The response yesterday was really positive. We ended up staying in Kearney Saturday night. The drive back was pretty quiet. We're obviously frustrated. Everybody's put a lot of work into this, but it's not netting us the results we want yet. But it was. We had a good meeting yesterday afternoon. Took a break, let them go to dinner, then went out and practiced last night. Felt like we had a really good practice. So we can't change what's happened. We have to learn from what's happened, but we can't change it. Now we just got to focus our attention on Fort Hays State this week in the process and preparing ourselves to be in a better position to win.
Coach, the running game's still trying to find its footing a little bit. What do you want to see from those guys going forward, the offensive line and the running backs?
We just have to, we have to be able to run the football in order to be successful. No football team can be one-dimensional. And, we've obviously challenged, the front, and that includes the tight ends, in terms of playing hard, getting after things. We have 4 returning starters up there, and that's something we wanted to lean into going into the season. And our production's got to be better. I know as a defensive coach, the one thing is if I can stop a team from running the ball and I can make them one-dimensional, that allows me to tee up on everything else that they're going to do. Allows us to hunt better. It makes our pass rush better. It just magnifies everything. So, that's obviously been a focus. It was a focus after the Mankato loss. It's going to be another focus again this week. So,
Chris, you were able to spread the ball out pretty good on Saturday. Do you see that as kind of a strength with the receiving core that you have, that kind of the guys can do different things and you can kind of get everybody involved there?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of depth in the receiver room. And so we have a bunch of guys who could play, so it's nice that we're able to rotate them in. All of them have something different that they're good at, so it's nice being able to have all those different skill sets.
Chris, with Hays coming in, ranked Hays, what makes them tough on defense from what you've seen on tape so far?
They have a lot of returning starters. They were a good defense last year, so they're going to be a smart team. They're going to know their assignment, and they're going to play hard.
Rich, we've talked before about you and Chris Brown run similar programs, have similar philosophies on it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see when you see them and the way they're playing to start the year and the challenge they present?
They're tough. They're hard nosed. He's a defensive guy. I'm a defensive guy. If you look back historically at the games that we've played over the last 8 to 10 years, they're always close. They're always defensive struggles. We have to have the mindset that we have to make a couple more plays than they do, and we got to hang in the fray for 60 minutes, and we just have to play hard. And the biggest thing right now for us defensively, I felt like last week we played hard. We had 238 yards. We gave up 238 yards total offense, but at the end of the day, the turnovers, we had 3, they had none, and then the penalties, particularly on one drive, really set some stuff up for them. And we can't afford to do that and be successful.
Chris, your first time as a full-time starting quarterback, kind of going through this for the first time, there's always going to be noise around college football. That's kind of the nature of it. How do you kind of stay focused and kind of block out some of that noise from people not inside the building?
We all know just to focus on what we can control. Just listen to those guys around you, try to block out all that noise. So everyone knows on the team we can lean into each other and just build each other up.
Coach, obviously like a different feeling that you guys have experienced in years past. What's been kind of the message this week, kind of as practice continues to go on into this, with the different feeling and everything?
Well, it's, again, life, we all wanted a different outcome than what we had in the first 2 weeks. We've been working towards that since last December. We didn't get the outcome we wanted, so we have one of 2 choices. We can either fold up the tents or we can fight back. And we are not where we want to be yet, but we are trending in the right direction, and we just have to keep battling together. And as long as we do that, as long as we focus on the process each and every day, getting better each and every day. So we made strides between week 1 and week 2. We've got to make the same amount of strides or better to go out and beat Fort Hays State. So how are we going to go about doing that? And it really stems to the habits that you have every day in everything you do. It's your preparation mentally. It's how hard you attack practice. It's just all the nuances. You know, it's funny because in football, and it's why the game has always been so intriguing to me, it takes 11 people working in unison to make a play work. And so you can continue to talk all you want about, well, it was a breakdown here, it was a breakdown here, it was a breakdown here. None of them are the same breakdown. The fact is it broke down. And so we have to be on the same page. We have to have great communication. We all have to know and trust what we're supposed to do and then execute it. If we do that, then the plays are going to come on both sides of the football.
Good. Awesome. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.